Federal lawmakers have begun deliberating on the 2017 budget in their different committees after the National Assembly adjourned plenary to allow detailed scrutiny of the document. A forum organized in Lagos today by the National Democratic Institute provided an opportunity for the legislators to look at some of the grey areas. Our correspondent Seun Okimbaloye reports.
It's not so easy to forget the controversies over 2016 budget. So much drama, the allegations and the counter-allegations were deafening. Federal lawmakers have adjourned plenary for committee sessions on the 2017 budget.
You're welcome.
In Lagos, some of the legislators are here. The National Democratic Institute, NDI, is organizing this forum to seek ways to achieve synergy between the executive and legislature on the implementation of the 2017 budget. Grey areas in the budget process are brought to the fore.
You have a limit to the adjustments you can make. Sometimes when we try to change things, we are accused of so many things, including budget padding.
They didn't care to liaise with us. They just sat down and wrote the budget. Is it supposed to be so? So they are supposed to liaise with us to know actually what our people need.
Some of the lawmakers have high hopes of the budget and that the 2017 budget might just live up to expectations of truly being a budget of recovery and growth.
They've tried to really come from zero to a level where you can now give funds to particular line items, which we believe that if in the implementation we'll be able to recover.
The focus on agriculture, manufacturing and all these things can easily, and infrastructure can turn around the economy. If you look at the table of priorities, you can see there's a big lump going to be spent on infrastructure. The other thing is that to make sure that the priorities are right.
I'm not disappointed at all. If we work things well, it will go a long way for us.
One big question on the minds of most Nigerians will be how soon this year's budget would be passed into law.
We are looking at first or second week in March to be able to deliver the budget back to the executive.
This is the second budget of the Buhari government. Expectations are high, and just how the document would help jumpstart the ailing economy is a matter that will be critical in the coming days. Seun Okimbaloye, reporting for Channels Television News.
Let's cross over to Abuja now. Here's Markwe Ogun. Markwe.
Well, thank you, and hello, Ijoma. Here in Abuja, Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, presided over a stakeholders forum of the economic management team and the private sector on the economic recovery plan scheduled for unveiling later this month. The plan, according to the Vice President, is expected to lead the country's growth by 7% between 2017 and 2020. Professor Osinbajo says the all-inclusive economic policy document will help put the nation's economy on track following the effects of the economic recession.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite the Permanent Secretary.
Government officials at a forum with members of the organized private sector to fashion out ways of putting the nation on the path of recovery from the shocks of the economic recession, which is still taking its toll on Nigerians. The primary focus of the Recovery Growth Plan, according to Vice President Osinbajo, is to alleviate the sufferings of Nigerians. The emphasis will be on the agriculture, energy and power sectors.
The government is one that is determined to give the ordinary man a fair deal. You have the right to live well and decently, and we are committed to making that happen. But years of deterioration and corruption cannot be remedied overnight. But again, I must emphasize that it is our business and our duty to ensure that we put the Nigerian economy on a path of sustained growth.
The Minister of Budget and National Planning thereafter gives major highlights on how the economic recovery plan will work.
The plan believes that we must leverage the power of the private sector. Economic recovery and transformative growth cannot be achieved by the government alone. It is essential to harness the entrepreneurial nature and spirit and energy of Nigerians, from the small and medium-scale enterprises to the large domestic and multinational corporations.
The federal government, through the National Economic Recovery Growth Plan, is targeting a growth rate of 7% between 2017 and 2020. The National Economic Recovery Growth Plan is expected to focus on 5 broad areas, namely macroeconomic policy, economic diversification and growth drivers, competitiveness, social inclusion, employment and governance.
To legal matters now, a former Minister of Aviation and one-time chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, Chief Femi Fani-Kayode, says he's no intention of entering into a plea bargain with the federal government in the 5-count charge of corruption and money laundering to the tune of 26 million naira by the EFCC. Chief Fani-Kayode told Channels Television today, after the case was adjourned till March 14th, that he could not enter into any such arrangement since he did not collect money from any government agency.
Let me be very clear on this. There is no question. In any case, when people talk about other options, it doesn't necessarily mean plea bargain. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm the one involved in this case. Maybe there was some miscommunication somewhere along the line. There's no question of any plea bargain. There's no question of paying any money back. I have not taken any money in the first place. I'm not guilty of any wrongdoing whatsoever. And we are happy to be in court. And at the end of the day, I will be vindicated. This is not the first time I've been down this avenue. We've said all along that this is nothing but political persecution of the highest order. I've been locked up for 3 months without any due process or any kind of detention orders, completely illegal. I've been treated in a reprehensible manner, and I'm just happy that the fact that we have courts in this country that do administer justice, and as I said, I'm happy to be there, and I'm very confident, supremely confident, that at the end of the day, I'll be vindicated, and everything, will end and go my way.
Now, as efforts to ensure normalcy returns to crisis-ridden parts of southern Kaduna continue, the people of Goska in Jama'a local government area say their source of livelihood is under threat as armed herdsmen have occupied their farms. They say although the presence of the police in their communities has stopped the attacks, they want the security operatives to also move to the farms.
This is Deng Forest, located between Goska and Gidanwaye communities, both in Jema'a local government area of southern Kaduna. It's the area surrounding the farms of the residents, and they say they've not been able to go to the farms since the December 24, 2016 attacks, as they claim armed herdsmen have taken over their farms.
I'm appealing to the government to please help to assign police and the soldiers to go inside the forest and drive them out, because our lands, we don't have any strength to go. We don't have any means to go there as of now.
Responding to the fears of the people, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuko Baratai, promises a swift action.
We have our special forces who are well trained to go into any terrain and operate. So be rest assured we will do the right thing.
But overall, the people say they want sincere dialogue for peace.
So reconciliation, there must be honesty. There must be honesty, and we must do everything to see that we protect our promise. So that when I say, I will not fight, I will not kill you, that I won't kill you, I won't injure you.
The governor, Nasir El-Rufai, promises to take the effort beyond just dialogue and to be objective.
We do not care what ethnic group or religion he is. Frankly, I do not even care if he's my son or daughter. If he participates in this crisis, he will face a judge. If the judge says he has done nothing wrong, so be it. But my duty, which I swore with the Quran, is to ensure that we enforce the law, and we'll do it at any cost, at any price.
The people of Southern Kaduna say they're holding the government to its promises.
The Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, has revealed plans to create a more effective mass transportation system in the state. This new system may, according to the Governor, mean a removal of all yellow buses, popularly known as Danfo, from Lagos roads. The Governor, who was speaking at a forum in Lagos, says the present transport network does not suit a mega city like Lagos.
That safe Nigeria won the world.
Living well together tomorrow. The challenges of Africa's future cities is the focus of this gathering, organized by the Center for Values and Leadership and founded by Professor Pt.2. And some of the dignitaries present at this occasion include the Governor of Lagos State, Governor Akinwumi Ambode, the Ooni of Ife, Obadeyeye Enito Ogunwusi, deputy governors, senators and business tycoons, as well as students from secondary and tertiary institutions. To the issue at hand, proper education is a starting point in creating a mega city.
There is an obsession with talking about tertiary education in Nigeria. And yet, what is more important, because if you don't get that right, the quality of tertiary education will be not so right, because garbage goes in and only garbage can exit. And this is primary education.
That's not all. Creating a city that works also depends largely on a lot of things, one of which is alliance between business community and political actors.
Urbanization is an area where public policy choices are absolutely vital. The key to good policy is a golden alliance between the business community, here you are, and what I call the authorizing political environment.
Lagos State may have put in place some measures towards achieving a mega city status, but the journey may just be beginning, as the authorities say the process may require some sacrifice from the citizens.
Our vision remains the same. Africa's molded mega city and global economic and financial hub that is safe, secure, functional and productive. We have the issue of connectivity. It's not okay. I'm not too sure. When I wake up in the morning, I see all these yellow buses, and then I see Okada, I see all sides of tricycles, and I say this is a mega city. That's not true. But I tell you what, I want to banish yellow buses this year.
The central message for these gatherings seemed to be not only for the youths to dream, but back up their dreams with action. After all, nothing good comes easy. Victoria Ido, reporting for Channels Television News.